Of your coverage here from Los Angeles, from Wall Street to Main Street, from my home to your home. Welcome to Evenings LA, the most comprehensive financial news you're going to get across the board. Wall Street ended relatively flat for the day, another sort of moderately calm day. Overnight, the trading on the Dow and Nasdaq futures are down. Technology was relatively flat for the day. Tesla had traded up early in the day. And in this recording, I'm going to go over FPUC. I'm going to go over the business elements of the third stimulus package. I'll cut back to the stimulus check. Someone asked me about a great question about the multiple stimulus checks. I'll be answering that question as well. It's a great question. I never thought of it. And I'll also answer some of your questions in this recording as well. So get ready to ask me some questions at about the 20-minute mark. Meantime, I got 2,000 of your questions as well from yesterday's recording. I'll also be going over what Jerome Powell has said about unemployment and what is going on with the virus and how that virus proliferation of those variants will impact your stimulus and multiple stimulus checks thereafter. First, on the video before this, we saw a real problem with people not getting alerts of a new video or getting alerts from this channel. I'm going to give you later in this video a demonstration of how you get your alerts turned on so you make sure you don't miss a video. But let me do it right now, and I'll do it again later in the video. So here's another site and another YouTube website, and you see that next to the word subscribed is a little bell. When you click that bell, there is a option which says all, personalize, or none. When it says all, it means you're subscribed for everything. If you have that button all set up, it means you're getting all alerts. But some of you apparently think you have that set to all and you're not getting alerts. If you have that set to all and you're not getting alerts, this is what I'd recommend you to do. Turn it off and turn it back on. Just turn it off.
So now, start over. How do you make friends with the CTO?
Turn it off. So I turned it off. And now you see a cross out through the bell. And then turn it back on. And I turn it back on. Now it has the two lines on the side of the bell. I'm going to explain this later in the video if you join in later in the video. I did that. No bueno. I always hit the alert. I told everyone that. Chris, there we go. So, I mean, there was 700 people in the room. So I'm not getting alerts. Oh, my goodness. All right, so let's cut to the news. The news tonight is Jerome Powell says we need more employment to get this economy going. This is not going to work. Despite the speedy recovery early on, we're still in a very poor labor market where benefits are not broadly shared. This is great news because it impacts your stimulus. This is a man who fought for your stimulus checks last year and still fighting for your stimulus checks. And earlier this week, you heard a lot of narrative that, hey, even for Nancy, she said, this is the recovery plan, and this is the rescue plan, and next is the recovery plan. And then you also heard President Joe Biden say, well, we look to reopen this economy in May. Well, here's the point. When we're looking at stimulus under the third stimulus package of 1.9 trillion and a $1,400 stimulus check, for individuals, $1,400 for adult dependents, $1,400 for children, $1,400 for everyone on benefits as well. There's a problem with that, and the problem with that is it presumes we are back to normal in May. Jerome Powell made clear we're not back to normal in May. Janet Yellen, the Treasury Secretary to Joe Biden, says we're not back to normal in May. In fact, 500,000 businesses are gone. So if you do reopen doors for retail, let's say, for example, in May, and you're able to go back into stores, that doesn't mean there's a place to hire you for a job. And if you don't have a place to be hired for a job, then you don't have money. And that's what Jerome Powell's saying. We need to have jobs across the board to hire you. In January, 6,000 new jobs were created in the United States of California, the United States of America. 6,000 jobs in the entire state were created. That's not going to work. Continuing unemployment numbers are 20 million currently. So when we look at stimulus, we need a lot of stimulus. Shari Akabis, Director of Economic Policy of the Bipartisan Policy, said, if we're talking about immediate COVID relief, it's difficult to argue this is the most effective way to get money out. But you need that money to go out right away. FPUC, under the third stimulus package, not appropriate. It's not appropriate for 1,000 reasons. First, FPUC is trying to get away with not paying you FPUC from July to December of last year. FPUC is supposed to come to you from July of last year to December of last year. Well, what are they doing this time around for FPUC? They're starting FPUC in March on the third stimulus package at $400 a week to August. There's about 30 things wrong with that. And if you see the 30 things wrong with this, you need to go on to social media and reach out to Richard Neal, chairman of the House Ways and Means Committee. You need to reach out to all his members of the Ways and Means Committee. Say, what is this FPUC? It don't make sense. Here's about 1,000 reasons in just a second why it doesn't make sense. This is live, D. This is live. 1,000 reasons why it doesn't make sense. The first reason it doesn't make sense is that the FPUC should continue past August. Why are we stopping in August for the FPUC? It don't make any sense. Janet Yellen, Jerome Powell, you just heard me start this video talking about them. They don't see widespread employment until next year. Jerome Powell was asked about, when do you see people back to work? Oh, it's going to be a while, folks. So why is Joe Biden letting FPUC expire in August again? Here we go again. They're going to go on vacation in August, and we're not going to see any FPUC after August. Next, it's $400 a week. It was supposed to be a down payment, $300 a week for something else. It's not a down payment. $300 is not a down payment for $400 when the $400 comes after the $300. I don't know what language they talk about in. I don't know what type of language they speak in Delaware, but when someone tells me $300 is a down payment for something, I assume it's part of something else. $300 is not a down payment for FPUC that comes after $300. The $300 is from January to March under Trump second stimulus. Okay, that's a down payment. Oh, said President Biden. That's a down payment. What's a down payment for? It's for the rest of the money you're going to get for that period. No, it's not. It's for money that comes after the period. Doesn't make any sense. A down payment for bottles is hysterical. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. FPUC, go on social media and push. Johnson & Johnson told, Chairman Al Gorski told CNBC this week that you need the virus vaccine annually. It's not going to be enough to do it one time. Unfortunately, as the virus spreads, it can also mutate. Every time it mutates, it's almost like another click on the dial. So you speak, we're needing another variant, another mutation. We have the impact on the ability to fend off antibodies and have a different kind of response, not only to therapeutic, but also to vaccine. What you're going to hear me start to talk about a lot on this channel is economics of jobs versus vaccination. Here's where I'm heading with this, and I know you think the same way as well. It appears that the Biden administration is trying to say that America will be back to normal and business will be reopened and will be back to normal as soon as everyone's vaccinated. No. Jerome Powell said specifically no when he was asked that question this week. The concept is you're all vaccinated, we can open the door, we can go inside the restaurant, we can sit under the air conditioning, 2 inches apart. No. That's not how it works for purposes of stimulus and economies, because even if you're healthy, doesn't mean there's new jobs. You need to have job creation in order to have no more stimulus. Until we don't have job creation, there's no more stimulus. You still need more stimulus. You need a lot of stimulus. So when Nancy Pelosi says the next thing is the recovery, we're back to recovery. No, you need a stimulus package right after this. You need another one. If this is all you're doing, you need another one right after this, because let me give you what Richard Gates, Walgreens Senior Vice President of Pharmacy and Healthcare, said this week. I'd say late March, early April will be the timeline you can have broadly across all our stores, across the nation, pharmacies and other places to start vaccinations. That's great. Vaccinations will occur across the country, but that doesn't mean there's no more stimulus needed, because ultimately you're going to need more stimulus if there's no more jobs. 500,000 businesses are closed. So when we reopen America, those 500,000 businesses are gone. Now, under the third stimulus package, you are supposed to get 3 things for businesses. You're supposed to get a business grant for existing businesses. You're supposed to get a business loan, like Ira loved, to go start a new business, and you're supposed to get other business grants. I've not seen the business loan to go start a new business. Joe Biden, during that prime time press conference on Thursday a few weeks ago, said in the small business are the core of American people. We need, I'll give you a loan to go start a new business, and we're gonna go, and you can go do it. Where is it? Can I see it? I haven't seen it. Where's that loan to go start the new business? That's the first thing. Then he says, small business is the core of America. We got to get this going. Okay, here's the question. Second stimulus package, well, no, first stimulus package. You're still waiting for that $10,000 EIDL grant for the first stimulus package. They're getting to you. They'll get to you. They'll pay the remainder of the $10,000 grant on the first stimulus package. The second stimulus package, they're supposed to open it up for low-income businesses and agriculture. They haven't opened it up yet. Now, the third stimulus package, they're supposed to have the third stimulus package open for everyone for EIDL grants. $10,000? No. $5,000. $5,000? Excuse me? $5,000 for a business impacted by the pandemic. $5,000 doesn't pay for like the electric bill for a month. Doesn't pay for the water bill. Doesn't pay for, doesn't pay for anything. What is $5,000 business grant? 500 people in the room with 250 likes. Let's get those likes up. And I think that people didn't get the alert again. I think that people did not get the alert to get in the room. I'll be giving you an update later in this video how to make sure you get that alert turned on because some people are not getting it. So the business grants and the business loans don't make any sense in the third stimulus package. They're supposed to, where we currently see them is a $5,000 business grant to existing businesses. No business loan to start a new business, PPP, another round of PPP. And then there is some money to go start a hot dog stand. $5 million to go start a hot dog stand. There we go. No, it's not $5,000 for a hot dog. It's $5 million to start a hot dog stand. $5 million, up to a $5 million grant for a hot dog stand. Yeah, I love my my hot dog wrapped in hot dog. Wait, did I say that? I said my bacon wrapped in hot dog. I meant my hot dog wrapped in bacon. My bacon wrapped in hot dog. That's a funny visual. No, I like my hot dog wrapped in bacon. And I'm sure the guy that makes it, on the street corner, prides himself on that hot dog wrapped in bacon. But it ain't a $5 million hot dog. It ain't a $5 million hot dog. I just, it's a hot dog. Yeah, it's hot. That's a hot dog. But it ain't $5 million hot dog. No, it's not even $1 million hot dog. I mean, maybe $500,000 hot dog, Beverly Hills. Maybe, $200,000 hot dog at Zsa Zsa Gabor's house. Hey Susan, how are you? Susan with the dancing, with the laughing cat. I mean, maybe Elon Musk has $200,000 hot dogs in his house. But it's not a $5 million hot dog. I don't know why we're giving $5 million to each restaurant. And I know you're thinking this is all sirloin. It could be sirloin. I mean, sirloin got the money for the cows, and this sounds like a Cowsino backdoor deal, doesn't it? It really does sound like a backdoor Cowsino deal. If you don't know who sirloin is and you're just tuning in for the first time, what happened to purple? This is purple. This is pushing to get the stuff that you are owed on the third stimulus package. And the push is hashtag FPUC retro. The push is SS200, as Jacob just said, SS200 altogether, no L. The push also is MSC. And if we feel that the Cowsino, a fictional place detailed on this channel where cows meet to have milk, is getting a $5 million grant before you are, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. This is like unborn children getting a $1,000 grant before we are. Oh, Cory Booker, God bless you. You want to give money to people who aren't even alive. Can we get some money to people who are alive at the moment? Um, you know, I have every problem in the world with Cory Booker's $1,000 baby bill grant. We're giving $1,000 to every baby born in America. Can someone tell me how many kids are born in America every year? What, 20 million, 200 million, 300 million? We're going to give 300 million to every baby that was born in this country. How about we give how about we give $1,000 to every baby born in this country for the year 2021? Uh, let's change that. Yeah, I'm going to do the anti-Cory Booker bill. Let's do everyone that turns 50 gets $1,000 because the big 50. Let's give everyone who turns 50 in the year 2021 $1,000. Instead, and if you're over 50, you'll also get it retroactively. You get it retroactively. So if you're over 50, you get it retroactively, and if you're turning 50, you get 50. You get $1,000 for every. The babies can wait. They won't notice that there's $1,000 missing. They're a baby. They won't know it. I mean, this is what's strange with our country. This is what we're giving $1,000 to babies. They don't even know it yet. I know there's someone tweeting and said, "Can you just tell me when I'm getting my check? Why is all these jokes? Can I just know when I'm getting my check? My donut's getting soggy here. Where's my check? Can I just hear the news? I don't want to. I just want to know what happened with Tesla stock. I don't want to know these jokes. All right, I'll be. Oh, happy birthday! Kalisha is turning 55 tomorrow. Happy birthday, Alicia! Everyone, welcome Alicia to the family. At the 16-minute mark, if you've just joined this channel, let me tell you where we are. Thank you for joining me for Evenings LA. The toast is toasting. No, it's not toasting. It's not. This is not early mornings. I'm here. You're here, and this is a big night of stimulus across the board, from Wall Street to Main Street, from my home to your home. Thank you for joining me for Evenings LA. I turned 61 today. Oh, Kathy. Wow, there's a lot of birthdays in the room. So welcome to Kathy. Thank you for becoming a member of this channel. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. Also like this video. And if you're not become a member, consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, or Calcino VIP. Um, it doesn't make sense. We're giving stimulus to unborn people. How about we just take that money and give it to people who are 50 years or older? Um, I'd say late March, early April will be the timeline. You'll have more broadly across the stores and nation's pharmacies and other places start vaccinations, said Rick Gates, a Walgreens senior vice president. That's good. That doesn't mean we reopen the country, and even if we are reopening the country, it doesn't mean that there's enough stimulus for everyone. 600 people in the room and 300 likes. Make sure you like this video. Let's get to 1,000. Um, oh, okay. Um, Meantime, the South African variant has been found in California. Lord, the South African variant has been found in California, which could derail California's rebound, which has been not good. The number of jobs lost in this country was the largest in California in the January number released last week. So California has now identified the South African variant in Alameda County and Santa Clara County. This California now joins South Carolina and also Maryland, Virginia, and Texas as places that have identified the strain. Meantime, SBA is having problems again. SBA is having problems again. Wow, Javita's gone, and they're still having problems. So SBA is having problems. They can't get out PPP money to people that are applying for PPP. Well, guess what? They can't get out EIDL as well. The new SBA head is in, and apparently they've created some processes that no one's getting money. And the executives are really not happy. Bank owners or bank heads are going on broadcast news on the record saying this is not good. The SBA has put up this firewall, says Sam Shadoo, vice chairman of consumer banks. The firewall is going to be very beneficial in the long term, but basically he says we're not getting paid money. Bill Briggs, former SBA official who ran the PPP before leaving it last month, says so far the predictions have come true. Money has not run out. That's causing a lot of frustration. It's a balancing act. That's nice. The guy who left the program last month that says there's a problem with it right now. Waiting for Dogcoin to pay us. Yeah, it's just, what is going on here? As you sit here tonight, you're wondering what's going to happen tomorrow. There's still room and place to push, as the videos of this channel, purple to get the money in the third stimulus package. FPUC retro, hazard pay, MSC, SS200, Oh, thank you for the nice comment, Deborah. The What's happening this week was detailed first on this channel over this weekend, last weekend, from Roll Call, a very wonderful publication. Ways and Means were the largest piece of the package, largest piece of the third stimulus package, at 941 is setting aside next Wednesday through Friday for what is sure to be a contentious markup with a possibility that the committee will not need all 3 days. They're needing all 3 days. Ranking member Kevin Brady, Republican out of Texas, says lawmakers on his side will only offer some substantive amendments and not intentionally try to drag out the markup beyond Thursday. Richard Neal, Democrat out of Massachusetts, is in charge of the single largest component of the third stimulus package. He, again, is the chairman of the Ways and Means Committee. His committee does the stimulus check, the FPUC, and the tax credits. Let's go to those tax credits. Earlier on the video right before this, I went over that there's multiple stimulus checks coming to adults. Is a release date yet for the stimulus check? Of course not. I would have said it already. Getting ready for those donuts. Absolutely. Hello from Thailand. Hello. How are you, Howard from Thailand? How are you? Representative Neal has the stimulus check, the FPUC, and the tax credits. Parents now under the third stimulus package will get paid up front $3,000 per child to $3,600 per child starting in the month of July. One of the viewers off in the Instagram room before I went live said, what do you mean by prorated? That's a great question. So you're going to get paid $3,600, for example, or $3,000 starting in the month of July for 1 year, but paid in installment payments. Yes, July of this year. So $3,600 divided by 12 is $300 a week. It's $300, right? So you get, if it's $3,600, you get paid $300 in July, $300 in August, $300 in whatever month after August, September. So that is how that's going to work. $3,600 of the child 6 years or younger, or $3,000 if the child is 17 or younger per child. I'm a crybaby. I want $3,600. So the child gets $3,000, but I get $1,400. Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't catch that. Yes, so the child is going to get $3,000 over a year, and you're gonna get $1,400. Yeah. So there you go. Now, if you have multiple children, then you get that same amount per child, and these are multiple stimulus checks over that time. The $1,400 instead would come to you directly as a single check. Now, the push underway for Purple Power involves a lot of subject matters. One is the adult dependents, $3,200. They're supposed to get $3,200. They're getting $1,400. Number two, FPUC. FPUC retro. You're supposed to get FPUC retro back to July at $400 at $600 a week. Now, and then you're supposed to get retro to January at $400 a week. Now it's not even retro to January. Now it's $400 from March to August. Next item, you're supposed to get $2,000 on top of the $1,400. So this doesn't make sense. Then the earned income tax credit. This is a great issue. The earned income tax credit starts is to pay $1,500 to an individual who worked as an essential worker during the pandemic, and that $1,500 runs on your 2021 tax return. Thank you, Tasha, for the dancing pear. I really appreciate it. And that $1,500 should be paid now. It should be paid now. If you're on disability, and does the child get $300 as well? Yeah, every parent would get this $3,000 or $3,600. Every parent would get this $3,000 or $3,600, providing your child is the correct age. Every parent gets this, and there you go. The big question, of course, is why is the earned income tax credit not prepaid early in July? The earned income tax credit of $1,500 should be prorated in July, like the child tax credit. That should be pushed as well for Purple Power. And you see why these things are sort of unraveling. Bernie Sanders really went to the mat this week to get the $15 an hour federal tax, or $15 an hour federal minimum wage into the bill. And he says that if when it lands in the Senate, if we have problems with a Senate parliamentarian, he's ready to overrule her. He's really going to the mat for that, but he's doing nothing for everything he was going to go to the mat for in 2000. In 2000, he said he was going to go to the mat for the $2,000 stimulus. Excuse me, last year. He said he's going to go to the mat for the $2,000 stimulus check. He's not doing that. He said he's going to go to the mat for the FPUC. He's not doing that. How about Elizabeth Warren? Elizabeth Warren was the one who wrote the SSDI bill, and she wrote it with all the provisions that we talk about on this channel. Elizabeth Warren, a senator, Democrat, Massachusetts, $2,400, $200 a month for the year of 2021, on top of your existing benefits and a benchmark and a raise. They were all going to be in there. She hasn't written that, and that's why things have changed. And so if you want to wonder why things aren't in there that are supposed to be in there, then those are ultimately the people you need to tag. Elizabeth Warren last week said that she's introducing the bill. And what did she introduce? The $50,000 student loan debt forgiveness. She introduced the $50,000 student loan forgiveness, but she didn't yet write the bill for SSI and SSDI. So this is where you have to push across the board. You absolutely have to push for these things. Bernie Sanders said we have a strong cliff ahead of us. And that's why I support. I think what's most important for people to understand, if a worker's in Vermont or California, any place there, that's if you're making, $53,000 a year and you're not too rich for this help, the full benefit, I think that's absurd. Yellen said there's absolutely no reason we should suffer through a long recovery. I would expect this package, once this package is passed, we would get back to full employment next year. I don't know if Jerome Powell even agrees to that. I don't even know if he thinks that there is any path yet to full employment next year, or that this package is the one that gets you back to full employment. I've read this quote a few times myself, and this is the first time I've read this quote and noticed her phrasing. She said, if this package is passed, I would expect that if this package is passed, we would get back to full employment next year. You know what I don't like about that language? If you're listening really carefully to that language, it sounds like she's saying this is the package to get America back to normal. I don't think so. I don't think so. A $3 or $5 million package, that's the one to get people back to normal. But this one, I don't think so. It's not where I think it needs to be. So ultimately, Nancy Pelosi today said she's ready to do more bills, but she needs to get more bills going other than this one. If you've not subscribed to this channel, let me give you a summary of how you hit that alert button and that subscribe button. Earlier today on the video right before this, people said that they're not getting alerts for videos. So let me show you another channel. This is a wonderful channel I like to watch myself. And here is the bell next to the channel. The bell is currently has two lines on the side of it. That means that I am currently set for alert. But what I would recommend you to do is go to the front of the LLA YouTube channel, see that bell, and click the bell. When you click the bell, it says all, personalize, or none. See, it's currently on all. Yours should say that for this channel as well. It should say all. But what I would recommend is turning it off to none and then turning it back to all. So turn it to none and then turn it back to all. None, and then turn it to all. And there you go. And that should hopefully help you with getting those alerts when new video goes live. Earlier today, we delivered afternoon check at 3:30, followed by third stimulus. If you missed that, watch those as well. Meantime, coming up tonight at 10 o'clock is hazard pay. Live chat, join me for that as well. And overnight will be EIDL at 1 a.m., FPUC at 2 a.m., and then I'm back with you at 3 a.m. with third stimulus check and third stimulus package. Big news across the board. And early mornings LA will have a lot of details for you at 3 and 3:30. If you have questions or comments on today's video, drop them in the comments below. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Also hit that alert button. And after this video, the new members will get another round of PDFs posted to the community page. If you've not become a member, consider becoming a member. Go to the top of this channel and hit the member link. Purple Power, Casino VIP, or Purple Hawk. Stay informed, stay focused, and stay in LA for more.